What's up, Freaky P?
Boom. All right, y'all. What up? We are back. Replicon Radio. We have a very special guest on the line with us today from NWA. You guys know we're celebrating the NWA 75 this weekend. Give it up for none other than COLBY CORINO. What's going on, man?
How are you? Thanks for having me on.
Doing well. Still early for me, brother. I'm hanging in there, but getting ready for a big weekend.
Yeah, I just got back from the World is a Vampire tour with the NWA. We just did 4 stops in 6 days across all the Southeast United States, and just got back home.
Oh,
Gonna
wow.
have a couple days here, and then we're gonna go to Philly, do a show on Friday, and then on Saturday I will be in St. Louis for NWA 75.
Holy cow! It just doesn't stop, man. And here we are getting you up early in the morning to talk to us. Terrible.
Oh, I have a 4-year-old. I was up way before this.
Oh, yeah, you're probably working out and stuff. You're a professional athlete.
Oh, thanks for all that credit, but I have not gone to the gym today. I will go to the gym after this interview, though.
Oh, there you go. Perfect. But yeah, it's definitely a lot of, nonstop. It sounds like it's definitely nonstop and, gearing up to the big 75 anniversary. Obviously want to talk about that, but I kind of want to go back. We're, our channel, we're not super, we're pretty new in the wrestling world, covering wrestling. We've had a few people, like Madman Pondo and Too Tough Tony. We do a lot of entertainment, like music wise, and they kind of crossed over. And now, like, with the introduction of like Vampiro and Violent J from ICP, and obviously Billy Corgan purchasing NWA, and it's come on our radar a lot. But we want our people to kind of get to know you. Like, you've been like, not like just your schedule currently obviously is nonstop, but you've been nonstop since the beginning. Like, you were signed like immediately right out of high school, basically, right? Like, how did you kind of get into that, like, just straight out the gate?
So, yeah, I did like begin with Ring of Honor right after high school, but I was actually like around and doing ring crew for Ring of Honor all the way through while I was in middle school and stuff. So that's why I was able to start like right as soon as I turned 18. But so I was around there for a while. So the grind is no stranger to me. This is my 15th year in wrestling, and yeah, I don't think I'm stopping anytime soon. Knock on wood.
I mean, that alone is just, dedication and honor. I mean, you're still pretty young, like 26 years old. So I mean, since you're like 15, you've been in that's crazy for someone to be not only that dedicated, just to know that you have that passion, that love for something at that young of an age is crazy. Like, were you like watching wrestling on TV and you just immediately fell in love with it and you're like, I got to do this? Like, how does a child, get into, like, obviously into it, but like actually to be a part of it? That's a crazy thing to do.
So like my dad was always wrestling and like bringing me to shows when I was like a kid. I went to my first ECW show when I was 3 weeks old, I think.
Wow.
So I've just always been around the wrestling business, and I think my dad put me in a ring in like wrestling gear in a tag match with him when I was 4 years old, and but I don't count that as the start of my wrestling career. But like I actually started training when I was around 12. But it's just it's all I've ever known. Wrestling is been everything to me. I started watching wrestling right out the womb, basically, and I didn't even watch a lot of the TV wrestling because my dad wasn't. He was on ECW, but he wasn't on like WWE or WCW or TNA like a little bit later. So most of the wrestling that I watched was independent wrestling or wrestling from Japan, where he did most of his work. So I feel like I have a little bit of like a different perspective than most people that are wrestling fans too.
No, absolutely. And at one point you were actually you joined, like, was it the same Japan wrestling that your father was a part of, or is it something separate? Like, you were actually a part of the New Japan Pro Wrestling for a while, right? Or at least training over there?
Yeah, well, I was supposed to. I had a contract to go over and live in the New Japan dojo for a year when I was like 19 years old. But when I was 19, I overdosed on heroin and I got arrested, and they canceled my contract after that. So I never actually made it over there.
Oh shit! So you definitely, I didn't know about that. So you've had some struggles coming up as well, definitely.
Oh yeah, there's definitely been some problems, and my stuff's been well publicized, so like I have no problems talking about it. But I think I've done a very good job at rebuilding my name, and who like I worked very hard to have everything I have today, and I'm very proud of it. Not
No,
to toot my own horn, but I think I've earned it after so many years of messing up, and I like it's been 5 years since I got, or almost 6 years. I'm like, oh god, since I've gotten clean, and it's just not that it gets easier like with every day, and I have this 4-year-old son that I look at in every day, and it is so much more motivation and just gives me that drive to just keep going and not fail, and that transfers to wrestling too, because that's how I support my family. That's how I make my money.
no, absolutely, no. That's congratulations. I mean that. I mean, obviously, we were talking about your, how dedicated you are in wrestling. But that's huge. 6 years sober. That's you've already won. I mean, that's a huge accomplishment. And obviously you have a child like that. Congratulations. Like that's amazing. That's impressive. I'm happy to hear that. And obviously there's plenty of people out there listening that are probably going through similar struggles or similar problems with addiction. It's a big thing right now. So to see you come out the other side of it successfully, back, you know what I mean? You're back in it. Here we are. We're talking about, you're back in NWA, and it's big now. Like it's not that it was not big before, but like it's definitely gotten a lot of attention with some of the things we mentioned earlier. Obviously with the purchase, and you're nonstop. Your schedule's insane. And then this weekend you're going up for the belt, right? The junior heavyweight championship match is going down this weekend. Like tell me about that. What does that mean to you after all the things you've been through to be up for that and possibly maybe even having it after this weekend?
So I've been around NWA for about 2 years now, and last March they brought the junior heavyweight title back, and like ever since they announced that, like it's just kind of been like it felt like that's what I needed next. That was my next step in my journey, because I feel like I still do feel like that I'd be a great representation of the NWA. I travel all the time. I wrestle pretty high profile indie bookings, and I just feel like I'd be able to represent the company in a great way. And I don't think I wrestle half bad either. But so when the match came up, I didn't win. Homicide did, and you can't get mad at that. He's a OG in Homicide, so. But I feel like I've challenged for that belt 6 or 7 times, and I failed every time. So it feels like that I have to, like, if I don't, I'm going to feel like I'm a failure. And I just winning a title, I feel like, especially one like with the prestige of like the NWA junior heavyweight title, like people that won it was like Shinjiro Otani, Jushin Thunder Liger, the current champion's dad, Ricky Morton.
Yeah.
But I feel like winning a title like that, it's what separates you from just being just another wrestler to being someone who lasts forever, No,
I mean, obviously, you're not a loser, even if you lose. Obviously, you've accomplished all these things. But yeah, definitely that and this, I feel like, even though you may have battled before, it's like the anniversary show, and it's almost like a junior legacy match. You know what I mean? Obviously, your father was a heavyweight in NWA, and his father, you know what I mean? So it's like, I feel like it's like a crowning. Whoever takes it, it's like a. Not that there won't be another chance, but it's like I feel like it's a bigger stakes for the same prize, but it's like a crowning moment for either one. Either way, the fact that you're both here is a big deal, and I think it's a legacy in itself.
Oh yeah, 100%. Me and Kerry are not strangers to each other, so I think people should look forward to this match, because I'm going to give it my all. I'm going to beat his ass. I'm sorry, I don't know if I can curse.
No, you're good. Have at it. Go off, brother.
Yeah, but it don't matter. I know I've said that I'm going to feel like a loser, but no matter what happens on Saturday, he's walking away all bruised up. If I ain't winning that belt, I'm gonna hurt him at least.
No, absolutely. I mean, it's gonna be an epic match. I can't wait to check it out. Everybody listening, you guys should check it out. It's going down live this Saturday and Sunday. The whole event, the NWA 75th anniversary show at the Chase Plaza right here in St. Louis. And if you can't make it, you can watch it live on pay-per-view on Fight. And there's even a free pre-show on YouTube to get you hyped up. So if you're on the fence about it, you watch that pre-show and you're like, holy cow, I can't miss this event. It's going to be epic. Well, you can get a little pre-show action over there. Tons of stuff going on, but obviously you don't want to miss out on the Junior Heavyweight Championship match with Kerry Morton and my man right here, COLBY CORINO. I love hearing it, man. It's super cool. And it don't stop there. I mean, you guys, like you said, your schedule right now is intense. Do you get any sort of break after this big anniversary show, or is it you guys just keep on going and going and going?
Well, NWA is going to take a little bit of a break. Like it'll be a few weeks, like a month before our next shows. But me, I will have. I think I have 2 or 3 shows every weekend of September for other independent shows. I like to travel around and make sure that I keep my name out there. So there ain't no rest for the wicked, you know.
I feel that. No, absolutely. That's awesome to hear. So if anybody's just wants to learn more about you, or they just they're interested in you and not just necessarily the NWA stuff, all the other stuff, do you have your own social medias or places they can follow you to keep in touch with what's going on in the world of COLBY?
Oh, 100%. On Twitter, I'm at COLBY CORINO. On Instagram, I'm COLBY.CORINO because some little girl tried to impersonate me and stole COLBY CORINO on Instagram. And on Facebook, I am COLBY CORINO. Very, very intuitive names out there.
Super easy, man. It makes it easy. That's the way to do it. Shout out that that's cool though that you were that cool that somebody got ahead of your name. I mean, that's shout out to that little girl. I guess.
Yeah, I've been trying to get it back, but I don't know. I don't think Instagram likes me all that much.
Right. That's awesome, man. Well, I look forward to seeing you this week, and we'll be out there. We're actually from St. Louis, so it makes my trip super easy.
Oh, hell yeah.
The NWA 75th anniversary show, so we look forward to seeing you out there. If you guys don't have your tickets already, get them at nwatix.com. Thank you so much, man, for hanging out with us this morning, and we'll see you this weekend, hopefully.
Oh, yeah. Thanks for having me on.
All right, brother. Thank you so much.